So now from so now we have a team battle. We're going up against FbK 3v3 normal. I'm not playing up the last team battle, by the way, because of the outburst at the end. Anyway, Astro Reaper is using Gold Paladins and is taking on Paskalso, who is using Angel Feathers. Funnily enough, Liberators have an advantage in this because they can do a lot of damage really early on, and then they can use, and then by the time Angel Feathers have GB2, they can use Glare skill to uh, to do more damage than they have time to get defensive power from.
Yeah, like usually what I would suggest for Angel Feather players to do, although most don't do it, is try Blizza first to get the GB2 right away.
That's actually a you don't have to do that for Angel Feathers because the GB2 is not something you should plan for in that way. There are other things that Angel Feather users can do instead.
Yeah.
Their better first stride is the on hit.
Yeah.
Check.
Look at
What
that
the
damage.
hell? Okay.
Percival's a thing.
Percival is indeed a thing.
Well,
This is
damn.
also a thing. There's a Zoron in there. This is gonna be nice.
Well, that Brinius column's gonna be 26.
And no, it's gonna be more than that now.
Oh, more than that.
And for the grade 3.
Oh, he runs core.
Yeah, honestly, I'm personally against that sort of thing, but I'm not. But at the same time, Core isn't a bad unit. It's just that it clashes with Glare.
I see core as a unit that you use it for the crit.
You can
And
well, Core is literally a more cost-effective way to do Glare-like things, but in exchange for it not getting the guard control skill, it can technically gain more power. It can technically gain more power in a turn than Glare can. And like I said, it actually takes less counterblast to make it do what it wants.
36K at grade 2.
Yeah, you don't block those at grade 2. Grade 3 ride is the Calamity Flame. You don't do that unless you don't have a choice. Loses out on a critical trigger because he attacked the rear.
I wonder if Astro has a grade 3.
He should. Yep. Now he should stride because he doesn't have
I,
enough to do a Legion. I don't like that decision. Like, that's me personally, but I don't like the decision to do Core's ability because he has no way to get the 3k in crit from it, and with Benius off the field, he can't make up for the counterblast he gives up.
Maybe he couldn't stride.
Probably.
Like, for my glare deck, and this is how
By the
usually
way,
I.
this is the other reason why I think that Core and Glare clash. He just added a Core to his hand. That means he's less likely to be able to get Core's ability to call them from deck.
Yeah.
That's one of the big reasons I don't like Core and Glare in the same deck, because a deck that has Core shouldn't have Destiny Aglavale, because you don't want your grade 3s in hand. Meanwhile, with Glare, you do want your grade 3s in hand, so it's kind of you're trying to figure out what you want to do with everything. So let's see. That's the unit I would say is the best first stride for Angel Feathers, just because it will either give pressure to force them to guard so that you can do better things later, or it will set up your damage zone to do things you want in the coming turns. Yes, Pegasus is the Angel Feather Bruno.
They have two types of Brunos.
Well, there's a grade 2 version of Bruno as well. It's just that no one uses it because the grade 2 setup for Liberators is actually really stacked. I didn't see what Pask added to his hand with the starter skill. He could have added Broken Heart Nurse and called it so that the Vanguard could get some of this power. Oh yeah, and Doctroid Prima's ability. While it's in the damage zone, you can counterblast something else and call it to the field from the drop from the damage zone.
Up to 24. What does this do? When this unit attacks a van,
It checks
boost.
the top two, puts one in the damage. It puts one of the two in the damage zone, and then calls something face up from the damage zone. So basically, it added 1,000 rate to the damage zone, then called it immediately. And since something went to the damage zone, the other 1,000 rate got 2k more power, making it a 26k column, which changed the guard.
Yeah. There's a PG.
Now, here's the thing. Depending on hand and situation, if he can ride into Glare, he can possibly end it this turn. Astro Reaper can possibly end it this turn.
You called him Astro Reaper again.
Motherfucker. Astro
Astro
Penguin.
It's Penguin.
I'm sorry, but Astro Reaper is a more badass name.
Think of Happy Feet and think of penguins.
Well, our designated Penguin now has his turn, and he's going to Legion. Everything but Brenius, which is actually the correct way to do that because everything else returned on call. would have benefits to them, except the perfect guard and draw trigger, which are good to be in there for very different reasons. Got a glare in the top 4 check, so glare is an option next turn. Gonna have to counterblast and retire something if he wants to try to get Prominence Core's ability to activate. And he's not doing it. For some unknown reason, he is not doing that. Kinda wish I knew why he wasn't doing that. Because even if he didn't get it, he'd get plus 3k to Corona Go, which changes the guard. He's one passing.
One pass?
A critical trigger ends this. Stand, not a crit.
I would restand lawful. There you go.
There's no reason to restand anything but lawful. Also, an Angel Feather was just put into the damage zone, which means Calamity Flame is supposed to gain 2000. But I don't think that Pask is... Okay, he remembered. At the end. As soon as he realized it changes guard.
Oh, here comes Raphael to heal a damage.
Actually, he might not do that, depending. Okay, he is. He could have also done Azrael if he felt like he could end it this turn.
I think Astro's hand is too big for that. And he could take 2 damage too.
Which is why he didn't risk it. But he could have done it, counterblast 1, put something in the damage zone, call Broken Heart to a front row spot, then done the Soul Blast 2 and switch his 5.
Oh, there's the grade 2 Bruno.
Wait, why do I keep saying he can counterblast 1 and put stuff in places when he can't do that because his Vanguard isn't Gabriel? Why do I keep doing that?
Because we just assume that the Vanguard is always Gabriel.
It's weird when the Vanguard isn't Gabriel, okay? It's not normal. The Vanguard is supposed to be Gabriel.
It really is.
Especially in this deck.
Oh, that's a triple catch goal. 2.
I know why he's doing it, and it's actually a good idea. That's why he did it, for one thing. Also, he wants to guard with the catch goals just because he wants to put them back in deck when he glares.
Yeah.
If I was Pask, I'd attack the lawful. But I don't think he's doing that. No, he's not doing that. By the way, he's had another core in hand all this time.
Yeah, he has Glare, Core, and other card. Yeah, there's the Glare.
He's
Despite
had another
2 Glare.
he's had
Despite
another
being
core in hand the entire time, so he's got the skill already. And only 1 trigger came up in the check last turn. To be honest, I would just call core. And that's exactly why I would have just called core. I would have just called core, done the skill, and attacked. And if he had done that, he would have gotten stand and heal. I mean, stand and crit. Please call a grade 3. Please. Please call a grade 3. You need an attacker. You need an attacker. Thank you. He can do as your explosion no matter what happens, so he doesn't have to try to get more grade 3s in hand right now.
It's Explosion Blue.
Not when I do it. Please attack the rear. Thank you.
Did he only Superior Call twice?
Yeah. He only did 2.
Oh.
He did 2, and then he did the crit trigger's ability to search.
Well,
Which,
he runs normal perfect guards.
yeah.
So, if he has a PG in hand, he might perfect guard the Pegasus just to help protect himself. I don't know.
I mean, that's an option, but it also depends on if he can guard 31k even with that much. Because he literally only got 1 stand last turn, so it depends on what else is in his hand. Because that 1 stand and an intercept isn't even enough to guard 31k. He would need 10k more than that just to 1 pass. No CL. I like how when you look at what he sent, it just sends opponent sends card. I don't know what that card was. It just says card.
Oh.
He's doing a defense boon so that he can guard for glare more easily. But I think he has to... Wait.
Drop another 5.
He needs another 5 just for that to be guard. If he doesn't, if he doesn't drop another trigger, if he doesn't drop another unit, then that's not even guard. Okay, he didn't. So 31 to 14.
Oh, that's right. The Vanguard gets power.
Yeah, Calamity Flame does that as well. He can't guard it because, like I thought, he only has one 10k shield in hand. He might have gotten another one just now, but that would be a 1 pass. No heal. Astro wins. We take game 1.
Nice.
Good job, Astro. On to the next battle.